Happy Monday. Thanks for joining us on our, here we go, our Flourishing Live events. I'm Terri Dillinger, and I'm back again about retinol. So I'm just getting everything set up here to make sure I don't miss anything. Oh, I already see Dawn and Anissa are on. Hello. Thanks for joining us. I'm excited to be here. I really like talking about this subject, and I've been on a couple of times in 2025, and some of this is repetitive. And why do I do that? Because I still get a lot of questions like, can you review the retinol with me again? And what do we do with clinical solutions? And what is retinization? And why do we need it? And we can go through the different steps here and continue to be repetitive, because that's the best way, we can learn this, right? And it's actually very simple processes that we can use to help us deal with different aspects of our skin concerns or problems that we all have independently, because mine is different than yours. I see Dawn is from New Jersey, and Anissa is here from Illinois. And May Mufu. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. And there's Peggy. Hi, you guys. Thanks so much for your support. So again, I'm going to be talking about retinol, clinical solutions, what Mary Kay offers, and what it does. And tonight I'm going to share with you some testimonials we have from the clinical solutions and from some of the boosters. And of course, that great new addition, the Dynamic Wrinkle Eliminator, which I have to be careful because I could just talk about that by itself. Hi, Paige. I see you. I'm excited. I finally figured out how to watch everyone joining on my phone so I can see. I know. Maida, it's you. She's laughing at me. The May Mufu. Okay. So aside from all that, welcome to everyone. And I hope anyone that is watching this as a replay, you'll remember to tag your consultant that you invited or that invited you, and just put #replay. You will get credit for watching it and be entered into our monthly drawings, which is very exciting. And we also want to know what you think, what you are learning, what's new that you are hearing, or what questions you still may have. So here we go. We're going to do a little review on retinol. What is retinol? So retinol, again, is a derivative of vitamin A, and our bodies naturally produce vitamin A from the foods that we eat, and it's considered critical for healthy cell development. But what happens as we age? Our skin renewal process really begins to slow down. What is nice is we can improve our skin's integrity by topical application of retinol. It supports the natural production of collagen and elastin. So how great is that we actually can do something topically. It's going to increase cell turnover. It's going to improve our texture. It's going to help with hyperpigmentation, which are freckles, age spots. It increases the elasticity, increases collagen. Collagen, again, is a protein, and it's our skin's building block that diminishes with age and sun exposure. So we're starting to lose all that just by living our life, right? So we have collagen depleted skin, and that does so much for the firmness and our youthful appearance. So let's use retinol. Okay. Retinol is the gold standard of ingredients that dermatologists recommend for adults of every age. And it helps prevent signs of aging, but also helps us repair aging that has already happened. So again, retinol supports natural collagen and elastin production. So we are replenishing. We are in repair mode. I like knowing that that's an option. We do have, with our Time-Wise Repair line, we're using our daily regimen of washing in the morning, washing in the evening, and the nighttime we have encapsulated retinol in the night cream, which is simple enough that you don't need to what we call retinize your skin. You can use it from day one, and that's just a really great addition to your daily program for, again, caring for our skin, repairing our skin, anti-aging. But we're going to take it a step further, and we're going to talk again about the clinical solutions and what this program is and how simple it is for our clients that we can use for ourselves and our clients. So our clinical solutions, I'm thinking I would have a picture here. I'll find it. But basically, it comes with our retinol and then also our calming milk. And in the retinol, it's powered by, it's a serum that we use at night. It's pure high concentrated retinol. It's a nighttime serum. And again, as we mentioned, it works against wrinkles, discoloration, loss of firmness. And it's a formulated serum with pure retinol at 0.5%. Hi, Cindy and Linda. With a concentration, 0.5% concentration of retinol. And then it also has a blend of botanical ingredients to complement the retinol's effectiveness. It's got coconut, jojoba seed, safflower, and olive oil, which helps nourish and soothe our skin as we're going through this process. The clinical solutions also comes. I see you, Jamie. Hi, from Kentucky. See, we have people here from all over the states. It's so fun to bring everybody together. Oh, and I see Christy also on YouTube. Thanks for your comments. It's good for our skin. So we get the clinical solutions, retinol, and then the Calm and Restore facial milk. And the Calm and Restore facial milk, it's going to calm any irritations we might experience. It's going to deliver instant hydration. It's powered by 4 plant oils, also known for their soothing properties. So what is retinization and why do we need the Calm and Restore? So when we talk about a retinol program, when you're introducing your skin to retinol, they do suggest that you start with once a week. We want to watch our skin's reaction. We want to not, dive in full-fledged. We're going to start with once a week. And some of us may experience some irritation. I've had a lot of clients of mine use this, and myself included, no irritation. But a couple of times people mentioned that they got some dry flaking or maybe some dry spots. So that's what was really helpful to have the Restore facial milk along with it. And what's really nice is this clinical solutions, if you decide to jump in and get rid of some of those wrinkles and hyperpigmentation and look for that youthful glow, it comes with a chart, nice and easy. It just explains what you do at each step of the process. It's an 8-week process, very simple. The very first week you're using it once and you're mixing the retinol with the milk and applying it. After you wash, then you put your eye cream and then you're applying this as a nighttime routine once. And then the next week you do it again. And then after that, you're separating it. You're applying the retinol first. So it's a direct application. And then the facial milk after that. And then as you go through these 8-week processes, the steps, you're going to be doing it 2 times a week and then 3 to 5 times a week. And you're going to continue to use it. Cindy just mentioned how much she loves the facial milk. It's very calm and soothing, and she uses it all the time. You can, again, use these products for so many other things besides just the retinization program. So we're going to go through this. We're going to do 8 weeks of it, and it's really going to work, retinize our skin. And now we can be using retinol on an ongoing basis. You can continue to use your clinical solutions. It's an amazing nourishment, Cindy says, for your face. Yeah, keep commenting. I love to hear what other people say with their experience with it. So I did want to say, while we're retinizing, there are a couple things that we don't use. We don't use our facial peel. We don't use our microdermabrasion, anything that is an exfoliant, but that's just during that process. Then we can go back and reintroduce them into our schedule. We just won't do them at the same time. But it is very simple to follow, and just a great program to do, and then start adding it in our regular supplements. In addition to that, adding some boosters if you would like. So I wanted to just mention, I was looking up some testimonials that people had. Thank you, Anissa. Oh, Kathy says she uses the milk when her hydrate gets spicy. She says spicy. Hi, Diane. Glad to see you here too. So clinical solutions. I went and looked up some testimonials that we had received about this. And these are some of the comments that I love to share because you like to hear what other people are experiencing it. It's a lightweight formula. It absorbs quickly. It doesn't leave a greasy residue. So that's a really nice nighttime serum. And it works to reduce wrinkles, discolorations. And someone commented, they were noticing a reduction in wrinkles, discolorations, and a loss of firmness. But their favorite part about this product is it did all the work while they were asleep. So true, right? And then someone commented how much they loved it. Just using a tiny amount once a week, they loved the difference after a full month. Dark spots were diminished, wrinkles were softened, and skin tone was so smooth. That's just great to hear. We do hear, Mary Kay is a company where the products do what they say they're going to do. Should that even have to be a marketing, concept? Products should do what they say they're going to do, right? But yes, Paige, the chart is in the box, and actually I think you should be able to look it up and print it. But nice and easy, comes with a clinical solution. So that's the first part, is just basically preventing signs of visible aging that you can't see yet, but also reversing advanced visible signs of aging. I have loved going through that step, and I do add my clinical solutions into my program on a regular basis now. So the next thing I wanted to mention was, you have these wonderful representatives that are here to help you. Sometimes I'll hear things like, there's a lot of information, I'm not sure what to do. And, too many options, you choose nothing because you just don't know which direction to go. If you have not done a profile form with your representative yet, ask her for one, ask her what questions you can answer, because we want to know what skin concerns you have, and then we can make recommendations for you. And after you go through the clinical solutions, which is for all skin types, then we move on to our boosters. These are items that you can add to your clinical solutions. You can see there's 4 here that I'm going to talk about, but basically we're going to select the one that really kind of targets the issue that you have concerns with. We have the I'm just checking my notes to make sure I don't miss anything. We have our ferulic and niacinamide brightener, and this is the one that we talked about with the skin discoloration. This helps decrease your skin discoloration with dark spots or aging spots. It boosts skin's brightness, and it improves the overall appearance of uneven tones. And you can be using this twice daily. You can be using it in the morning and the evening, and it supports our skin's antioxidant systems to help reduce the discoloration. But it has a couple of notes just about the ingredients. The niacinamide has been shown to significantly decrease visible skin discoloration, which is called hyperpigmentation, by protecting the skin's barrier, which is your first line of defense against the aggressors when applied topically. So basically, again, something that you can use twice daily after cleansing and toning. Put a couple of drops. And then, again, individual use can vary depending on your preference, onto your hands, and then you're just applying it as a serum. So that is the ferulic and niacinamide brightener for hyperpigmentation. Peggy says she uses it quite often. And Peggy, if you have a chance, comment as to what you notice about that, because I would really be interested in hearing what you have to say. So here are some of our testimonials about this particular one. A lot of my clients choose this one. So someone had a sample of the ferulic acid and it works really well. They actually started to see results after only 3 times of using it. Someone else said, I know it seems like a lot, but it's really helpful, reduced her pores, blemishes, and hyperpigmentation. Somebody else commented, this really works. I was so excited to try this brightener as soon as it launched, and I've used it every day since. It has faded several of the dark freckles. Someone else said, I know it seems like a lot, but it's really helpful. For some reason, my volume just went on. Can hear myself twice. Someone said they were so excited to try the brightener as soon as it launched. They used it every day since, and it's faded several of the dark freckles and spots. And then a 4th person commented, it feels really great. This is a great product. It smells so good. And I love it for that alone. Isn't it nice when we have the scent on top of that wonderful feel? This works. So that was for the ferulic acid. Another booster that we have is our PHA and AHA resurfacer. And this is about really working on our lines. Or I'm sorry, working on our skin texture. So we would be using this 2 or 3 times a week. And we're not using this with exfoliators. We would use it on separate days. But what is really wonderful about this is when you're dealing with just wanting smoother skin, more radiant skin, we want to get rid of that texture. So this is breaking apart the bonds between dead skin cells. So it helps accelerate the exfoliation on the top surface layer of our skin. Again, using 2 or 3 times a week in the evening. And just after cleansing and or toning, squeezing a couple of drops, putting it on as our serum and our face and our neck area, and then moving on with the rest of your system. So that one was, let me see if I have some comments about that. That was the one I did not. I think I missed getting that together, but if anybody else has any comments about that, we would love to hear it. So another booster that we have is our HA and ceramide hydrator. This is probably one of my most popular boosters that I get orders for from my clients. It's scientifically proven ingredients improve skin's hydration. So if you're dealing with dry skin, this is just such a great booster to add to your regimen. 2 forms of hyaluronic acid take a dual action approach to combating dry skin. And basically, you're applying this twice a day, in the morning, in the evening. It can be layered with any of the other boosters. And this is something that you can consider adding if you're just looking to focus on and overcoming skin dryness. So some of the comments I got about that. Someone said, I could tell a huge difference in my skin soon after I started using the HA hydrator. My face feels much more hydrated and looks brighter. And then another one, I know I'm reading my notes as I'm going through this. I just keep finding out more and more, hearing from other people and my own experience. And I want to make sure I don't miss anything when I'm chatting with all of you. So Peggy commented that her darker spots have gotten lighter and some aren't even noticeable. So how great is that? Again, it does what it says. So another one is our C plus resveratrol line reducer. This is another solution-specific boost for our skin that is proven to improve the look of lines and wrinkles. This is something else that we would be using twice a day. Vitamin C supports our natural production of collagen and elastin proteins, and that helps improve the look of fine lines and wrinkles. This is something that I just put into my line just as recently as 2 weeks ago. Resveratrol supports our skin's natural production of collagen, helps defend against collagen breakdown. So how wonderful is that? Not only are we rebuilding what we need, but it's helping elongate, the lifespan of what we're looking to keep, which is, collagen production and elastin proteins, using up to twice a day if you're looking to focus on overcoming lines and wrinkles. So that is another one of our boosters that I have some comments on. Someone said, well, first of all, it earned the Good Housekeeping seal of approval, which is a pretty big deal. And someone commented that it took wrinkle reduction to the next level, and they love the serum and the way it makes their face feel. So these different items you might have some concerns about. These are things you really can talk to your rep about, like where you want to focus on your specific skin concerns. Someone just commented that, they have dry skin. So this, the hydration hydrator would be the one that they would look at adding into their program. So those were the 4 boosters. And we were talking about, starting with the retinization. You can use the boosters without the retinization, but it's nice you can do it all together and experience just a step up in that anti-aging and going backwards. So now we're coming to, one of my new favorites, Skip the Syringe, it's called. And this is the dynamic wrinkle reducer. or limiter. And what's really wonderful about this is we have basically, after cleansing and toning, before we're putting on our daily moisturizer, we're putting some on what is known as the dynamic wrinkles, which are here, our 11, our frown lines up here. And I took before and after pictures, and I still can't believe it. I have very dynamic wrinkles. They really would stick out, and you can't even see them on one side. And now I think they're pretty much erased on the other side. I use it daily. It's something that I was very excited to hear. 76% as effective as other syringe type options. So how great is it that we have a very simple, just applying it to, our temples or forehead, and watching those wrinkles just go away. So this is great. There's a lot of people commenting how they're speaking with their reps about the boosters they should use. That's the best thing to do. Just sit down with them, kind of go over your concerns, and they can make those recommendations. But for back to the dynamic wrinkle eliminator, what I just like to mention is using it consistently. People are really seeing, after 4 weeks, people really were noticing a difference. And we can send you pictures, or maybe we'll get these posted after this live event as well. And then after 8 weeks, it's just amazing. 36% smoother in the forehead, 30% smoother in this area. Just be sure to take pictures of that. So this is a non-invasive at-home targeted cream. It includes French lavender extract, which helps minimize the impact of facial expressions. I've got plenty of them, which cause dynamic wrinkles. It also uses electric daisy extract, which is a well-known wrinkle relaxant. So, all my wrinkles can relax. And then the rosemary extract, which helps minimize the impact of facial expressions, which cause dynamic wrinkles. So this is how this works. So definitely one that I would really suggest that you add on to your wish list. And here are some more comments that I got about this, some testimonials. Basically, someone said, "I love it. I'm so impressed. It works. Great product. Love, love, love. Amazing. Fabulous product." Someone said, "I've been using this product for 3 months now. It limits the expressions with no frozen face and reduces..." Where do we get a frozen face from? Frozen face, and reduces the look of deep wrinkles on the forehead and crow's feet. And someone else commented, "I love this. After using a tiny amount once a week, I love the difference after a full month. Dark spots even being diminished," they commented. "Wrinkles softened, skin tone so smooth." So, oh, thank you. Someone just said, "Diane, thank you. My skin looks glowy." Yes, Terry also said, the dynamic wrinkle is the best. Love, love, love. Dynamic wrinkle limiter. Oh, and we have a spousal approval too. Brian says he loves it as well. Just really can't say enough about it. So those are things that, going back to retinol, we have great programs with our daily skin sets, which I can't say enough about. If you have any concerns for your daily skin set, we have many that we can help you find one that works best for your skin. So washing in the morning and evening, doing a daily moisturizer protection for the day, a nightly repair moisturizer, eye creams, but we will find one that works for you, because that's the way to start. And then adding these in as supplements, going with our clinical solutions, the retinol, get retinized, and then adding on your boosters depending on what area you want to target. Yes, we can target that area. And then, of course, with a wrinkle eliminator, we can laugh all we want and not pay the price of dynamic wrinkles. So those are the items that I'm suggesting. And then just as we finish up, it's our month of June. We have a lot of exciting things going on right now. Be sure to check in with your specific rep and find out what Pink perks are going on this month for you. And again, if you love all these products, I just always have to mention on a personal note, I was joining the Zooms. I was watching Facebook Live, and I was doing it while I was making dinner or whatever, because I did not have a lot of education for skincare or color application. I might add, having brothers, my mother having brothers and being a wonderful farm girl. I could tell you how to pluck a chicken, but I couldn't tell you how to put my eyeliner on. It was different from my upbringing. So I was very blessed to actually have the opportunity to get on Zoom, because my director, Diane, was in Florida. And certainly she wasn't coming to my house once a week to help me with color application, but I had the chance to get on Zoom and learn these things. And there's a lot of information, and there was a lot I really wasn't sure where I wanted to focus. So I kept coming back, and I'll encourage you to do the same thing. Keep coming back, learn something new and different each week. Keep adding on to your knowledge of what you want for your skin, what you need for your skin, where you want to kind of kick it up a notch, how you want to apply your color. And then you might find yourself exactly where I found myself, or, after 6 weeks of it, I thought, well, I kind of want all of this stuff. So how am I going to zero in? And I had that coffee with Diane, and I said, I just need to be an ambassador. And then I, started getting the products at cost, which, being an accountant, well, that's the only way I want to pay for things. But it is a nice opportunity, no matter what level of business that you're seeking, whether it is just being ambassadors, sharing it with your friends and family, or growing it into something that is bigger than most people can realize it can be, sharing the business opportunity. But it's up to you. And if you want to hear more about that, just, kind of tap your rep on the shoulder and say, oh, thank you, Brian. Brian says he notices the difference. That's my brother-in-law. The difference in my skin. But in any case, tap your rep on the shoulder and say, hey, let's have a coffee, because I do like, I want to find out more about what I want for my skin, what skin care system I want. But I also think I like the idea, that Terri mentioned, where I don't have to pay, full price. I think I'd like to get more involved, and I'd like to share it with my friends and family as well. But, starting at the beginning, and just want to say again, thank you for all of you for joining us tonight and commenting. I love all the comments that I'm seeing and reading. It's distracting me, but I love it. And again, thank you. And talk to your representative about, your skin concerns. Talk to your representative about what skincare set would be best for you. Talk to her about the different boosters that are offered, and talk to her, have a coffee and talk to her about joining us and having a lot of fun and a lot of information sharing and encouragement alongside the skin applications and facials. So we, will be doing hydra sessions. We offer them by Zoom once a week. We do webinars daily that you can follow along and get samples from your rep as well. So just a lot of great opportunities. Ask her about it, jump in, and I am going to sign off just 2 minutes early. Thank you for all of you jumping on, and you're welcome. I'm getting some thank yous as well. I appreciate you just cheering me on as we go through these steps. And everyone have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening. And hopefully we'll see you again next Monday night for the next topic. And take care.